Hello and welcome to my guide on farming practice. Now, we will learn why farm is so important and mainly how to put in the practice efficiently to learn quickly how to farm so we can get a lot of gold in our games. These are the rules for this farm guide. So you can only last hit. Spell use is limited to when two minions or more are going to die at the same moment, so it is impossible to finish them with your auto attack, so only then can you use spells. You will practice this in a custom mode with no bots, no enemy champions, so you can focus just on your farm. Unlike almost anything you can learn in League of Legends, farm you can learn very well without enemies there. In fact, they just distract you, so you want to just focus on this. You will learn this very fast, and then you could, in your games, worry about all the other stuff. The standards I have set for this practice are 30 CS at 5 minutes and 80 CS at 10 minutes. You will hit the same CS at top and bottom just a couple seconds later. You need to keep in mind that these are minima. They're actually still kind of low, especially considering that you're laning against no opponents. So the first challenge is 86% efficiency, and at 10 minutes we're trying to hit 75%. This becomes easier thanks to your scaling of your champion. Now, to do the math, we are now assuming in the first scenario that you are able to hit all minions, but let's look at just your efficiency rate, and let's go with the scenario that you die or for whatever reason you cannot hit all minions. So let's say you can only hit 30 minions and you have an efficiency rate of 68%. Now in this scenario you will only hit 20 CS out of the 44, which is under half. So it's very important that you get good at farming. If your champion can start with a defensive non-AD item, you want to start with that item. So for instance, with Cannon, you can start Doran's Blade, but you can also start Boots or something else. So the same goes for other champions, like most top laners have this. So if you can start with less AD, practice with that because that is a realistic way you might lane. Don't do it without runes, don't do it without masteries. That's stupid. You will always have those unless your account is very low level. Um, but yeah, so you want to practice with a normal defensive situation so you can farm with the least you will set yourself up with. Want to keep walking around like I am doing to practice your hovering, they call it. So you're harder to hit and more unpredictable if you keep walking around. Another thing you want to practice is not always being in range of your minions all the time. So if it's not necessary to be in range to farm the minion, you just stand back, and this will help you play a defensive style if you're like really getting bullied, but you're still ranged enough and you might be able to pick up some CS in a very small time frame. You obviously don't want to stand too close all the time to your minions because otherwise your opponent can just keep on trying to hit you. Um, Also, by doing this, you will learn how to stay away from minions if they're not going to die. So, yeah, you learn timings not just by last hitting, but also when you need to start moving to get closer. If you're doing this practice right, you will see the minion wave constantly building up on both sides, and it will constantly slow push towards one side. So it will take some time, like now, um, and after a certain time, the minion wave of either your opponent or your minion wave will get so big that it will move into your turret, or at least closer to, The very least you should achieve is resetting the minion wave, and mid lane is the best for practicing under farming under turret because it easily bounces back between turrets because the lane is shorter. Alright, now we've come to the part that's farming under turret. So the melee minions, the fighter minions they call them as well, the ones in the front, can take two shots and they will still live because the shots do about 45% of their HP. And the caster minions, the ones in the back, could take only one turret shot and live because it does 3/4 of their health. So this is important to remember. The easiest way to farm minions under turret is if you can wait because they are full HP and then just do the last hit. Now, It is not always possible because sometimes the minion will die if you wait. So it's important to know how much damage the turret will do, and you can actually prepare your minion wave to maximize your farm before it hits the turret. So for instance, if the caster minions are about to die already, you can try and finish them off before they hit turret, or while you're waiting on the turret to hit fighter minions, or you can, if a fighter minion is at about, let's say, 60% of its HP, you can maybe hit it once, let it hit the turret, and then hit it again to finish it off. Alright, thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped. The last thing I'm gonna say is, while you're in this mode, at the end, you can try stuff out, like a war trick, like a flash. So use that time. Anyway, thanks for watching the video.